Peace, love, dove. Welcome, everybody. And welcome to Wisdom Seeker Joan. I'm so happy to have you back, Joan. And oil painter Diana Bowles. Welcome and thank you for being here too. There you go. Yeah.
Hi.
There we go. We're just doing some singing of the oldies backstage.
Yeah.
The weird oldies, not the fun oldies. Yeah. That thing is glitching already, Joan. Did you notice?
I noticed. I was telling Ellie that I cut my lilac bushes because they were impinging on the line that goes, the internet line that goes into the house, hoping that was it. But nope, it wasn't the lilacs. We haven't figured it out yet.
Gosh, I loved lilacs. That's my mother's favorite flower, and I just love the smell. They're so wonderful.
Oh yeah.
It was lilacs.
They don't last long enough. The same thing with Lily of the Valley. I love them.
Yep.
You mean it's Lily of the Valley?
I thought that's what was back there, but that's my grandmother. They would be everywhere when they were in bloom. They were everywhere.
Did you ladies remember the old perfume Muguet de Bois?
Yes.
Yes. That's Lily of the Valley. Yeah. Yeah, it was Lily of the Valley. I remember it from the 70s. It was like I would see the ads in 16 or 17 magazine, because I got that. I thought that was so special. Anyway,
cool.
Oldie but goodie.
Yes.
So let's say hello to some people that came in. We have Viviani and Divine Universe. Annie's here. And Lulu. Hello, dear. Lauren Hunsinger. Jackie B. Denise Fletcher, I hope you're doing well. Denise, you're busy. You're being busy, and I love it. It's great. I'm seeing you all over the place. And Lorraine Orr is here. And Mary. Hi, Mary. Nice to see you too. So yeah, I just had a show earlier with Kelly, and we went a little bit long, but I wasn't here the last 2 days. My husband is doing better. I think what shocked him was, and you never know, when you lose a family member that's younger than you, and there's really no reason. They said that he died of natural causes, and I don't believe that because he was 67. So, I just don't believe that. Anyway, So, all right, Lorraine, I'm going to start clicking on some questions here. So anyway, thanks everybody for understanding, and of course you always do, so I so appreciate it. And so we just thought we'd come on here today and have some fun, so let's do it. All right, Leah, I gotcha.
It does look like it didn't stream to my channel.
No, I don't think so. I'm sorry.
I wonder why. Maybe it's me who causes all these glitches.
It's our energy. You want to know what was really weird? Jean and I were on the other day, and who else? Somebody else was on with us, I think. Anyway, we're talking, and then Jean looks frozen, and I wasn't, and neither was the other person. But you never know who's frozen. You don't really know. And so I started to say, Jean's frozen, and she said, no, I'm not. And so she said, you guys were frozen. And then she said, it was your brother. He always does that kind of silly stuff.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, I know, Ellie. Your brother and dad both died at 55 when the soul is done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally get it. I do. His father died at 52. So that was way too young to me, but what are you going to do? Yeah. And what was really troubling to me is that Keith and I, when we were in our 68th year, was 2 years ago, and we both lost our mothers at 68. And then my son-in-law lost his mother. She was 68. And so we were sure something was going to happen. And my brother-in-law is a week away from turning 68.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's just very... Yeah, my brother pranks me all the time, Annie. Isn't it silly? Hi, Akila B. Kim. Yeah, it's nice to see everybody. Very good. By the way, Diana, I got another set of cards called the Animal Children Oracle.
Is that from our guy, Duck Soup?
Yeah, but they're the small ones,
That's okay.
Yeah, I know.
He does smatter it around. He doesn't.
He does. Yeah, it's kind of a fun website if you want to ever look at. Do you do tarot at all, Joe?
Just a little bit. I'm
Little bit?
not a
Yeah.
tarot master, but I know some basics.
He's got more tarot cards, but I don't buy them because I don't do tarot. So yeah, it's kind of fun.
He's got fantastic decks.
He does.
Period.
They're different.
All the way around. They're all great.
They're all good. You're right. So thank you so much, Ellie. And Wildflowers here again, and Nancy Smith and Mary Lloyd. It's great having you. Thank you for being here. Joan was going to stream on her channel, but we were checking to see how the glitch came. So,
and yes, the glitch.
I guess it's not going to matter either way, Joan.
Yes.
So, yeah. Anyway.
So if you have epilepsy or something, you might want to
Oh,
just block out my part of
You know
the
what?
screen.
That's so true. I have these lights that blink on and off, and I've had them on for a short period of time, and people ask me to take them off. Yeah, and I understand.
Wow.
I didn't even think about that. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Someday we'll figure it out.
I know. Yep, that's true. Anyway, so Diana said she was sitting there and she said there's an earthquake somewhere, and she found out there was. And what size was it, Joan? In Italy?
And it was a
I'm
6
sorry,
point,
Diana. 6.7,
I think, is what he said.
Oh, okay. Ooh. All right. Anita, you just got here but didn't have a signal. Oh, really? Well, it's those damn solar storms. That's all I have to say about that.
Okay.
Yeah, they are bad, bad, bad. And they actually knocked the grid out in Europe last week. So, yeah.
My bank is out. You can't
is it?
online with my bank today.
Okay. Wow. That's amazing. Hi, Michelle Harris. Nice to see you. Yeah, well, very strange. So, Joan, what have you been up to? What's going on with you?
I am just loving spring today. It's been several days of rain and cold. And today I mentioned I got up and I went for a nice long walk with a neighbor. And then I went out and got some plants and I popped them in the ground. So after a rainy period, I feel like I'm making the most of the sunshine today. And it's just lovely.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. And Diana, you've just been busily recording dreams in your dream journal.
Right. You know, if y'all saw the dream show on Tuesday, I had quite an experience during the day Tuesday. But today, I went to catch up on a couple more chapters from that Prism of Leah book.
Yeah.
And in that book is a paragraph that is all the affirmation as to why Anubis showed up for me. And earlier this morning, yesterday, I'm sorry, I was watching Next Level Soul, and he was interviewing the renegade pharmacist, who is all about breathing techniques. And one of the techniques that he's familiar with is so that you will have this near-death experience without going through the whole process. And after I watched that, and then read that in this Anubis in this book, because part of that near-death experience stuff, I was flabbergasted. There's nothing better when you get affirmation after the fact of what you had already figured out it was. Because that's exactly what that feeling was. I'm telling you, I shut the car off and went like this. My head just dropped right to my hand and boom, took off.
It's amazing. It really is.
Was.
And you were led to read the book and you were led to see the show. It's like, I know, it's amazing. I do want to reach out. Annie Hamlet says she's in the hospital, had a stroke. And Annie, I'm so sorry to hear this, dear. And all of us are sending you healing and love and support in any way that you can accept that. We're sending it to you. And most beneficial outcome. I hope you're not, you don't have any issues that come from it and that you're okay, my girl. So lots of love to you. Yeah. Yep. Everybody's sending the prayer flags in. All right. Thank you. Yeah, and Kim was at the beach yesterday, and she had been outside and her energy was low. Yeah, those solar storms were knocking at you. They do that. They can, really affect. Even with Diana, she'll go outside sometimes on those days, and she can't walk. She has an issue with walking because of the solar storms. Yeah. So everybody, who won't? Rossi?
Muscles.
Muscles.
Yeah, that's for talking to me.
Okay. Oh, look at this. Allie says, you're so talented. I would love your help in designing a new quilt.
Well, I just put my email address in there for you. Reach out to me. Go ahead.
Okay. That's awesome. I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know. I've had to sleep close to 10 hours a night for the week. Lorraine, I have tried to. Last night I finally got some fairly good sleep, but it's been hard. Yeah.
As much healing as occurred on Tuesday, I've had 2 naps today.
Oh, okay. Good for you. How long are these solar flares about to happen? You don't know, or he doesn't know?
Okay, so we're in a little break right now because the big side, that big hole that just keeps getting bigger and bigger, is now on the other side of the sun. So it's not facing Earth, it's facing out. But it's going to return next week.
It's huge.
And then it will start
That's
again.
The one with 7 Jupiters lined up. That's how big it is.
And now you can put in a couple more now. That's how big it's gotten.
Wow.
Yep. And the other thing about that is I felt so good about my chiropractor on Wednesday because I'm all bubbly when I walk in there. Well, we haven't seen the sunshine here since a couple of brief hours on Saturday morning, right? Just like you, Joe. And he said, so you really feel better when there's no sunshine? I said, yeah. Which is,
most people it's the other way around.
Yeah, right. He noticed.
He noticed.
Didn't have to say it. He noticed, so he's really keeping track
Good.
of everything.
What affects you? Yeah,
that's right. And that's what environment is a big part of chiropractic work. And so I'm just so thrilled that I got the right guy.
That's
so Dupre was asking how long the solar flares are going to last. Do we know?
Right.
Well, till 2027.
Oh, okay.
We're in, solar flares go off all the time, but the intensity that we are in right now is because we are in a solar maximum phase. Now it's going to start ebbing. So next year it'll back off a little bit. And then 2027, it may back off again. And right now there are a minimal of sunspots. Well, it's those sunspots that create the problems, right? They become the big spots. But that big spot is so big that everything's going and feeding that hole.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I did read somewhere, and I can't tell you exactly where, that they figured out that this is the worst sunstorm in 14,500 years.
Wow. I believe it.
And they found that out from carbon dating some trees somewhere. And they showed, whatever it is showed up probably in the trees. If you slice them, like the rings do to tell you how old they are. Yeah.
Yep.
But I don't have, the source right now. So, but I do remember reading it, and I thought that was just fascinating.
Yeah.
A lot of things are changing. Yeah.
What a time to be alive.
I know.
And to remember that we all signed up to be here. So it was like, I guess we wanted to be on the wild roller coaster, not just the little kiddie one.
There's an old Chinese curse, and it says, may you live in interesting times.
Yes, exactly.
Allie just wrote that. May you live in interesting times. That's right. Yep. And Barbara, my head feels like it's been in a vice too, but my husband says that's my sinuses. So that isn't helping things. Yeah. So that's true, Leah. Yeah. Hi, Karen Robinson. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm just, me.
Yeah. Well, interesting times, though. Wow. Oh, my goodness. All right. Hi, Lois. It's good to see you. Karen Robinson, I saw you sneak in, and Miss Mims is here, and it's lovely to have all of you here. So we've got about 7 questions up here. So let's go ahead and get started. Thank you all for being here. And yeah, we're it's ladies. It's not it's night somewhere, I suppose, where you girls are. So it's ladies' night, and the feeling's right.
Right.
So Lorraine wonders if she could have a message from her husband, Timmy.
Okay, Lorraine or.
He's showing me suspenders. They're red and silver. Was there a wedding recently that you had been to, or something, some sort of an event where he was dressed in a tux with these suspenders?
No, ma'am.
Or is it near your wedding anniversary? Or something fancy?
Yes.
Yes, it's near her.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Happy anniversary, honey.
Oh, May 13th. Okay.
Okay. So yes, he still loves you. He's still celebrating, and he's acknowledging you with that. Now, it may not have been how he dressed for your wedding, but it's how he's dressing now. He's all flashy.
Mm-hmm.
Did he like to sing in your ear whenever you guys did dance? Did he sometimes just come in and grab you and swing you around? He's showing me that.
Loved music.
Okay. Yeah, he's still close by. And he's saying, you feel this? It's from him.
Oh. All right.
Anytime,
she was dancing yesterday.
Yeah. It's not your hair tickling you, it's him rubbing your cheek.
Oh, all right.
You
were dancing yesterday. Awesome.
Well, I got something different and kind of weird when and I'm not quite sure what this means. When I tuned in, I saw a man who looked like a Greek statue. It looked like the stone, the Greek or the Roman statue of David, right? But he was on a paddleboard, and he was kind of stiff because he's made of stone or he's made of marble, but he's on the paddleboard very slowly, paddling and looking down through the water like he's keeping an eye on you. And it's like, okay, to me, what's with the paddleboard? And what was it? That he's moving, that everything's beautiful there, and he's perfect. And slowly, just kind of moving slowly, getting used to things, but watching you through the water. And then he brought my attention to the idea that that like a paddleboard, that's as close to the water as you can get, and not have your feet on it. And he said, it's like that. I'm so close to this other world, to you underneath the water, and he's on top of it, but he can still, he can still see you and relate to you and connect with you. So I don't know what that, the slow, graceful perfection moving forward about the paddleboard. But that's what I got. And then when I drew cards, he's sending you love. He was the Knight of Cups, and encouraging you to share your gifts. That's the card is the new earth. So this is a new world for you without him. But he's still sending you love and asking you to share your gifts. And then I also got the peacock, or the ostrich, excuse me. The choice is clear. Follow the wisdom and truth you feel in your heart. But I think this is also a card to say, don't put your head in the sand, that he really loves you and he knows how talented you are, and he wants you to go out and make the most of your life, sharing with others, and just by being yourself, which is a gift.
Yep. Dance when you feel like it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. Oh, Diana, earlier today I was trying to find hair tickling my face and there was no hair there.
Oh, wow.
I could cry right now. That's fantastic.
Uh-huh. Yep.
That was him.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful.
Wow. All right. Oh, you're in Florida, Mickey Coons? Planning on moving back to Minnesota. Well, good for you. Yeah. She says, I won't leave my home. I often wonder what he and Daddy think about me not leaving. Well, that's your choice, though, Lorraine. I don't go anywhere. I use my car maybe twice a month. That's all. Of course, I have my husband with me and you don't, but it's like I don't want to go anywhere. So if you don't want to, then it's not unusual. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. If you're content, stick with your own contentment because there's difficulties out there.
There are.
Hi,
Sometimes
Leah.
it's, yeah. You too. Hi, Annie. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. All right. So thank you so much. And I'm glad that we could connect for you, my dear. And happy belated anniversary, Lorraine. Yeah. And I just celebrated my father's 108th heavenly birthday yesterday. Most people have grandparents that would be that age, but my dad was born in 1917.
Wow.
I know. I was at the end of he was almost 40. Yeah. Anyway, Leah wonders,
or child rearing years.
Yeah, child rearing. That's right. Hello, ladies. May I have a mediumship to say sorry to my mom, Dulcie? I miss her a lot. Still sinking in. Okay.
She's saying, what do you have to apologize for? What are you thinking? You really don't have anything to apologize for. She says she's well aware of the confrontation that occurred. They're the ones that have an argument, not you.
Mm-hmm.
Providence is protecting you.
Mm-hmm.
Providence is, the bear was going to steal the cake, but he fell into the cake. And my darling chef, pastry queen, who made 1,000 cupcakes, cut yourself off from them. They're the ones that are going to be suffering for it. Don't you worry. She wants you to go out and have some fun because the next card underneath that was recreation. I pulled these cards I was getting these hits. And so sometimes I just pull some cards ahead of time. And this definitely fits what you're talking about.
Beautiful. Leah, when I tuned in, I got my my symbol for harmony, which is a violin. So I saw your mom with a violin, and so she's saying you're in perfect harmony. Don't worry about it. All is, there's nothing to apologize for, nothing to say sorry for. And I got the magpie who says, reevaluate your priorities. It's time to let go of what you no longer need. And what you no longer need is feeling sad or like you did something wrong or and whatever that you were sorry about. You can let go of that. And I also got the Archangel Haniel who says, trust your vibes, especially in terms of like if she might be near you and you kind of feel, like the strand of hair that wasn't there, or just a vibe that you feel like your mom's around when you're thinking of her, she's there. And I got the 6 of Pentacles. And I think in this case, it means, oh, okay, she played violin. Great, wonderful. And I think this is to be generous with yourself, to give yourself a break and think about, she wants you to feel happy when you think of her and not about sad things or to berate yourself. So be generous with yourself that way.
Yeah. Yeah. She said she
All the
needed
best.
that. Yeah.
Oh, good, 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 good.
Oh my God. Lorraine, remember the buzzards on her roof? She talked about the buzzards on her roof.
Yes.
She said, my 5 goldfish died Monday and I found my cat dead. She left behind 3 kittens. I woke up to this on Monday.
Oh, my dear.
So the buzzards actually were a portent, weren't they?
Yes, they were.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Everybody, I had to close the questions. We have already have a lot of them. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Lorraine, did you take stock of how many were there? How many buzzards does she say?
I can't remember if she said 3. I can't remember, but it just dawned on her last night. She said, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, there you go. You know?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, you can hear him sneezing in the next room. Okay. You didn't. There were so many. Okay. Okay. Wow. I guess that is going to be your message. It isn't such a happy one, but yeah. Yeah.
Well, and maybe it is, you know, I mean, it is a preparedness, sorrowful or not, it is still a preparedness. And the next time it may not be so directly related to your life.
Yeah. Yep. That's right. All right. Thank you so much. All right. So let me tell you who I've got on my list, and I can't really take any more. You know, it's going to be long. So Annie's next. Viviani, Lulu, Kim B, Ellie Rose, Mark. No, Mark just had a comment, and I'll put that up. Carl, Ellie. Oh, I got Ellie twice. Oh no, she was just asking if it was too late at that point. All right. I'm going to write what Mark had up so you can read it while I'm doing this.
Okay.
Let's see. Carl, Ellie, Michelle, Jackie, if possible, Annie, if possible, Anita, if possible, but I that's a lot of readings. So I'm sorry. And I didn't want to use the giveaway tool today because I use it with when Mark is here because he has like 150 people that come in. But yeah, so I'm sorry if we can't do all of them.
Well, in Lorraine, it's understandable that hurt and anger that you're feeling. It's part of grief, and it's okay, embrace it.
Yeah.
There'll be more of this.
Yeah. All right. So Annie would love to hear from her mother-in-law, Carol. It's her first heavenly birthday today.
Oh.
I'm sorry for your loss, Annie, and for your husband.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
To Carol.
Oh. Annie.
You know, we all know that they're in a better place. We all know that things are okay with them, but we all still grieve and we can't help it. It just is the way it's always going to be. But I think it helps that we know they're okay, most of us anyway. And I have to mention something. There's a male voice that's coming through, and it's almost like if I had a spirit box, I could understand what it was saying. I mean, while the show is going on. Have you heard it? Either one of you? Diana, you did? Is it when Joan talks? Is it when Joan talks?
I don't know. I just keep hearing it.
I do too. And I'm wondering, Joan, if it's your husband.
Could be. I don't.
Yeah, I know. He doesn't do that, but he is on the other side. And
yeah,
maybe he's saying up.
It's also the anniversary of my husband's passing.
Okay. I don't know.
It was on the 19th, but
yeah, I've never heard it do this before, but it's not annoying. It's just I wanted to say that I heard it. You know what I mean? It's not like it's not bothering me, but I wish I could understand what it was saying.
Yeah. I wish I could hear it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, my word.
He's probably being snarky about the Bowles brothers.
All right.
But
So
now let's
mother-in-law
read
Carol.
for.
Yeah.
Well, I
Andrea
know that
Carol.
she sees how hard you are singing the songs, singing the prayers.
Oh.
The
Yeah.
song is the prayer, and she recognizes that.
Mhm.
And the work that you are personally doing. And she has never doubted your love for her,
Uh-huh.
nor your love for your husband. And there is an ascension going on. She's on the other side working on being an angel,
Oh.
but she sees your angels surrounding you and how they are protecting you. And that you, if you rub your eyes gently, you will see them yourself.
No, that's neat.
There's so many of them, and they are so close to you. So when you are out doing your figure eights,
Mm-hmm.
rub your eyes just gently.
No, that's nice.
So that was just beautiful. When I tuned in, the first thing I saw was like an angel playing the drums, like not the little snare drum that's that wide, but it's more like a tom-tom drum that's deeper. And just she was just looking at me playing the drums. And I have no idea what that means. Find your own rhythm. But then the next thing I saw was there was this path of green leaves, and they looked like bay leaves except fresh. And then I thought, what are this? I don't know if it's something about bay leaves or whatever. And then it dawned on me that they looked kind of like the laurel wreaths that you make a crown over, and so or a crown, like a crown of laurel wreaths for victory. And because they were one leaf at a time, I think this makes more sense. That she's saying it's one day at a time, getting through things one day at a time, but each day you get a leaf to put in your crown to help you move through all of this.
How about rhododendron leaves that look so much like
is that could be too. So if they have rhododendrons, bay laurel, bay leaves are from the laurel trees. Okay. I walk in nature day. Oh, okay. And as far as cards, I got the 6 of Swords. So it's a time like it's been hard, but you're going to be moving to smoother waters. And I got the Archangel Uriel, who's saying success through action. So she's kind of saying, this is a time, I know you've been grieving. This has been a hard year, but I'm with you. I love you. Find your own rhythm. Know that every day that you move forward is like you're creating your own victory crown. And and just keep moving forward. It's that success through action. And I hope that was helpful. Ours are in bloom, and she loves seeing all wall of rhododendrons. That's what it was. It takes a village to make
Yeah.
I couldn't help it. I had to cut in and tell you that because
I'm glad you did.
I know she has these, but I was seeing that, and I remembered the day she posted with them going crazy in the wind, and I couldn't help it. I thought that's what you were really seeing.
Wow.
The leaves would have been ripped, a couple of them, at least a couple of them would have gone flying.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. All right. So Lulu, if you could please give me mom, dad, or brother's first names in the chats. We need the first names if we're ever trying to reach somebody on the other side. That would be great. And Viviani wonders if she can get a message from guides or angels of what she needs to know right now. Thank you.
Okay, this is for you, Viviani. These came earlier today as I was preparing. Again, I went to the cards to prepare just in case. And this is your burden.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot see right now, right? You can't see past what it is you have to carry. Packing and carrying things out. This is also showing you that load that you have to find someplace to put it all. So we have the Ace of Swords. And that's jump into the fire. The truth shall set you free. The things that you can leave behind, by all means, go ahead and just do it. It's like that, like a severance. Also, cut it free. It will eventually give you a happier ending, right? New relationships are going to form. There will be better alliances, and you made the first move towards that today or yesterday or whatever day it was in the past couple of days. So that is really important. You're going to come out of this better than you think. You're really going to come out of this a little bit better than you think, because the burden will be gone. Those logs will be stacked somewhere in a corner or in a storage space or at the Goodwill, right?
Yep.
Once that clearance begins. So allow Merlin to come in. Merlin is the bridge between Orion and Arcturus. The bridge between Sirius and Arcturus. So allow Merlin to come in and help you with his magic. He knows how to connect that spark to light up that sword and to let your star shine.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
And you started out with something about strength, like a core of strength or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And or a burden that she was carrying. And what I saw, the very first thing I saw was like a metal pole. And then I saw firefighters going down it. And then I saw it turned from a metal pole into a rope, and saw people like rescue workers going down a rope. And then it was like mountain climbers, and there's this core, this whether there was metal or a rope, this core of strength that's helping people and rescuing people, and and it's something that's in you that you can depend on, an inner strength that's going to get you through and help other people in the process. And when I started pulling cards, I got the 10 of Wands, and yes.
Oh my! Wow.
But it's it's a burden and everything. But if you carry them a little differently, it's not going to be such a burden. You're going to be able to get through this.
And the core strength you need to do that, right?
Yeah. Cool. And then I got the Osprey. Your success is now at hand. Allow abundance to flow. So exactly what you were saying about allowing, and about relationships. Nourish your relationships. So I think those two echo to each other pretty well. And I hope that was helpful.
Well, there's the firefighters on the steel pole too.
Oh yeah.
They're forging, and that's the wolf. That's not coyote, that's wolf.
But it does feel like this is an important time, because mountain climbers, firefighters, rescue workers, this is it's an important time to take yourself seriously, but give yourself a break too.
That's right. Much love, Viviani.
Much love.
All right. So Lulu would love a message from either mom, dad, or brother. And their first names are Margaret, Terry, or David.
And that's Margaret, Terry, David.
I can put this up instead. Why don't I do that? Yeah.
Okay.
Mom, dad. Okay. I'm going to do mom.
Okay.
Lulu.
There is a sound, a ping, a piano key that you keep hearing the same tone over and over again. Would that be David? Was there one song in particular that he liked to sing? Or did he have a little compulsion to tap or jiggle something? I think it's David that's doing this. It appears to be young. He appears to be younger. Did
ADHD always tapping?
Okay, that's him coming through. That's the
Okay.
sound he's sending you. So however you're perceiving that,
Mhm.
and if you aren't, listen for it to start getting louder. And you're the musician. Okay. Oh, he didn't call you Johnny One Note, or did you call him Johnny One Note? And I'm hearing jump into the fire, but you can never be free. But you can jump into the fire. Whatever that song is, I can't. He's really like. These are not cats, and it's not a rabbit, but it's like chicken wire, but there's like soft fuzzy somethings in there, or chinchillas or guinea pigs or something. Did you have those when you were kids? Something really soft and fluffy. And it's not presenting like a kitten. It's like one of these little balls of something. So David's coming through and letting you know that he's with you. And when you hear that tapping, that's him trying to listen to see if he's finally learned Morse code.
She had rabbits and hamsters and a ferret. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there were rabbits. Oh, thank you. And a ferret. Long and okay. Yes. Very good. Very good. Thank you, Lulu.
Cool.
Glad David came through.
And I got your mom, Margaret, right? And what I saw right away with her was just a bouquet of multicolored tulips. And so she was saying, new growth, new beginning. And she was saying here it was a new start, but she wants you to think of every day as like spring, like a new start, and just kind of let go of whatever was bothering you and start each day anew, and it's fresh and there's every possibility going forward. And then when I went to the cards, I got the 8 of Wands, which often means things moving quickly, but also this is action, take action, new growth, all of that type of stuff. She wants you to move forward. Don't know that she's there, know that they're all there and they love you, but don't get stuck in the past, and to trust your intuition. That's the owl. Follow your inner wisdom without fail. And I love this, prioritize play and pleasure. This is the archangel of joy, which is hard to see, but that sounds like a mom thing to say. You go out and have fun, make the most of your time here.
Right?
And the colors in this are kind of the colors of the different tulips I was seeing too. So
That's
she'll be
beautiful.
with you in that. But that's a way, when you are in your joy, maybe when you're making music, of them being with you too, because it raises your vibe, and that makes it easier for them to connect.
So there's a guy, and I'm going to say this has to be Terry. He's very quiet. He's got his hands in the navy blue kind of gas station attendant or mechanic pants of the 50s. They would have been the same khaki fabric, but he was wearing navy blue ones. He's got his hands in his pockets, and he's just jiggling one pocket that's got some coins in it. And it's like, and he's just standing there waiting. So I don't know if that is your dad for sure, or if that's for somebody else, but this person is very quiet, doesn't want to speak up. And would that be some kind of normal behavior for your dad?
That's your grandfather. Yeah, he owned his own garage and always wore blue, navy pants.
Perfect.
Gosh, the whole family's here. Yeah, there you go, Lulu. Yeah.
I'm filled with chills. I'm sorry Terry wouldn't come through. He must be under the hood somewhere.
That's amazing. Thanks, Lulu. All right, so here's Kim B. Any message from guides and angels, please? And yes, those asking, I'm sorry, but we are limited today. We've been here now for almost an hour, and we could probably stay a little bit over an hour, but we still got a lot of people with questions. So, okay.
Well, I'm getting that things are about to change for the better, Kim. I'm going to pull out a deck here that I don't have. The deck right off the bat, the card showing is opportunity. So something's about to present itself to you, but let's see if we can get a little more information. Are you supposed to go fishing somewhere? Are you going away? What are you doing over this Memorial Day weekend?
No, she just came back from the beach.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
The water. Okay.
Yep.
Oneness. So this is you working at connecting with your angels and guides throughout this weekend, taking the time that you need for yourself for that that meditation that you do so well already. Even when you go out, the concentration it takes to shoot pool. You can't do that without, even when you're so good that you just walk up to the table when it works. There still is a concentration. It is in your gate. It is already in one with the table. And those are moments of that oneness. So this is primarily about you this weekend. Take advantage of it.
There you go.
They were around on your trip. Okay.
Beautiful. When I tuned in, I saw an apple tree and there were apples on it. And I got the idea that something is coming up for you late summer, early fall, something sweet, something good, but it's like you have to, whatever this is, kind of nurture it, so that whatever kind of project or whatever that you're working on or something you're trying to manifest, put in the energy to it now, and it will bear harvest. And I also got the turkey feather, which is kind of the same thing. Honor your own time of harvest. Offer your gifts and blessings to the greater good, and then it'll come back to you too. So there was that. I also got the King of Swords. So there was a man, kind of a man of ideas, of all up in his head, and a thinker, who's going to be wise counsel, I heard. So look around for him. He'll be on both this side and that side, I think. And then do your best to bring heaven to earth. This is the archangel of Constance. And so it's like, use your knowledge of spiritual things to manifest, to bring whatever it is that you're working on into reality. I hope that was helpful.
Thank you, guys.
Well, I love that you got the turkey after you just got done saying October.
Yeah, they're time of harvest.
Right?
Why do I always hit the button and something goes away? The next person is Carl, and he's really wanting to know, hear from his guides for this week, and also to know if a deal is going to come through. I think that's what he asked.
Will today's deal be without any more snags? Okay. I'm just going to ask that directly. Is Carl's, will today's deal go through without any more snags? Yes. I get a really strong yes on that, Carl. So that's good. And I'm going to take my time and tune into the rest of it. Angels or guides for the rest of this week.
Oh. Yes. Magic. Magic is yours. It has begun. And just as Joan has said, there's, it's going to go through without any more hitches. Take the time that you need right now to make the plan, right? There's going to be, you need a little sanctuary. You need to go back to sleep. So you need some sanctuary in order to create this issue, share it only with the people who are important to this event, to this deal going straightforward. So only the people you're going to work with. Don't tell anybody outside of that. Don't overthink it either.
Okay. Excellent. All right.
That makes a lot of sense. When I tuned in, bless you, I saw I've never gotten a firefighter's pole as a symbol, but it's the second time today. But I saw you as a person going down the firefighter pole, and it was like that's the rest of the way the rest of the week is going to go. It's just like be in the flow, let it happen. Just go right down the pole. You won't be like fighting against something or struggling to climb up. And then, so things are going to go well. And this is the 10 of Cups, which is the happy merchant card. So I think the business deal is going to go well, and you'll be pleased with the outcome there. I got the Raven. The universe is calling. Notice important synchronicities. So even as these things are happening, keep your spiritual, just to stay attuned and notice and say thank you when you see like, oh yeah, it did go smoothly, or that's what that, whatever that meant. And just when you notice the synchronicities or things coming true, say thank you more, please.
Really?
But again, just like Diana was saying, I got the Archangel Zadkiel who says, strengthen your boundaries. Celebrate all the wins, but be a little bit careful and don't just,
Well, I love that you got the fireman on the pole again, because that's kind of what he uses to discover what it is he's got to go digging for.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, I mean, that was a good hit.
Good.
That's
Wonderful.
true.
I don't want to divulge it. He can divulge it, but I don't want to divulge it.
Yeah. There you go.
Because we just got done telling you, don't divulge it.
And keep those boundaries up. That's what that was about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
All right. Thanks, Carl. Good luck, honey. All right. So Ellie wonders, will she run into the Boy Scout at the park? We knew each other as kids. And so I'm going to put that there. Ellie Rose, Michelle Harris, Jackie Coons, and Tony Ganji, Anita. Could you just let me know if you're here? Because some people leave, and if you're still here, we possibly can get to you. Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
Will I run into the Boy Scout again?
I'm just going to start with the pendulum on that. Spirit, can I ask this question? Yes. Is Allie going to run into the Boy Scout again at the park? Circling. I'm getting a yes because it's circled for a while. It might not be, right away. But then when I drew cards, Ace of Swords, that's a new beginning. And I got the Oriole. A creative new venture is on the horizon, and see it as a positive change. So who knows what might be happening with you and the Boy Scout.
Are you?
Yeah. And then I got return to oneness with the source. I'm not quite sure how that fits in. But just to tune into spirit and ask for the best possible outcome.
And coppers agree with you that it's going to take a while, but it will. You will see them again. End of June, end of July, beginning of August, mid-August, sometime around then. And that I'm just going to cut the cards here and see what Uncle Wiggily has to say. Navigation.
There you go.
Don't avoid the area. But be casual about when you're there. You don't want to overdo and let things rest in between when you do finally reconnect.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, he had great energy and they're both single.
And Boy Scouts know a lot about knots, how to tie knots.
I know.
Like on the boat that you saw.
Tie you right up in knots. Yeah. Lorraine wanted to make sure you knew that her husband, Timmy, that you read on, Joan, was like the statue of David, and in that he was perfect.
Oh, okay.
He was.
Oh, good. Because I was kind of like, I don't know, I'm getting this statue.
I know. Yeah.
Thank you very much. That was very kind to say that.
In the biblical sense. No, I'm just kidding with you.
There you go. All right. So Ellie's still here. Will I be getting a change in my job, or what is the energy of the month, please?
Come back.
I'm just going to start.
Okay.
Will Ellie Rose be getting a change in her job? Will Ellie Rose be getting a change in her job? Yes. That's a pretty strong yes. And and again, it might not be right away, but it pretty quickly went into that. What did you get?
I got yes, but it did circle around a little bit. So I think that this is I think coppers are indicating that it is not going to be anything within the company that you're with, that it's going to be a whole new business, something that you're going to have to learn. So there's going to be a training. Will there be a training? Let me just ask, will there be a training period? A short one. There will be, but it's not going to be a big deal. And if I were doing this over a chart, I would say perhaps within the next 6 weeks.
Okay.
And when you ask about the energy of this month, I'm getting a energy in my heart, and then it moves out my arms, like your arms are reaching out. So start with love for yourself and give it to others, and that will lift the energy for you and for everybody else for this month.
Yeah.
I love that because we're in Gemini, and Gemini is about the arms.
Oh, okay.
Awesome. Wow. Well, good luck to you, Ellie Rose. I hope you find out something sooner than later. How about that? There you go. All right. So, Jackie Coons, how does the next 3 months look? You told me I would have a lot of tears. She's doing some moving. And apparently the other day I read for her and said there'd be some tears coming in. And so she's wondering what's going on, basically. And Tony, you'll be next.
Letting go is never easy. How many years have you been in this home where you were?
I believe, if I'm thinking the right, Jackie, weren't you in Australia or something? Maybe I'm really crazy and I'm absolutely wrong, but I do know she said earlier that she had been in Florida helping someone get ready to move, and that she was going to move back to Minnesota. I think that's who said that earlier.
Yes.
So,
Yes, she did.
So I can't remember, Jackie. And oh, you have an interview tomorrow, Ellie. All right. Well, good luck.
Okay, right. And they'll take another month to decide, unless they need you right now. And then you'll have a little training period.
Yeah.
Well, Mickey, when I asked,
That's Jackie.
let's see. Oh, that's Jackie. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. You're in Florida.
Okay. My throat chakra lit up, and I heard use your voice, and then to call out and just let out what you're feeling, positive or negative, to just feel what you're feeling and let it out and use your voice. And then when I drew cards, I got the sun, which is like, this is the completion of the whole, or pretty close to the completion, but this is a really positive card. This is kind of a victory card. So things over the next 3 months are overall going to go well. You're going to, I got the cardinal, stand proud and see the leadership role of unfolding ahead of you. So it's sort of like, let out all the feelings and own, your future. This is what I'm going to do. And then I got the Archangel Zadkiel, who says, learn, change, and grow. So it's all these difficult things that we go through are growth experiences that, that's how you grow. So keep your eyes on the prize.
I have to say, there's a lot of people going to be moving out of Florida. Yep. It's just gotten worse and worse. So you're not alone, Jackie. Yeah.
And
you're coming to Minnesota? It's glorious here these days.
Yes. And just
so is the governor.
Just because you're going back to Minnesota doesn't mean that you're not taking the road less traveled.
Yes.
There's new venues everywhere you go.
Yeah.
You're leaving behind, let's just say you're leaving behind a jungle. And where you're going, you get to explore. And how you get there, you get to walk the path. So it is all up to you. And what does the praying mantis do? She waits for the proper opportunity. Now, praying mantis herself gets a bad rap because she eats her mail. But what people don't understand is if she doesn't, she's going to die and the eggs will not get laid because he's already dead. So she has to eat him to get her off the back, get the mate off her back. So when you get to Minnesota, the light opportunity is going to show itself, just the sun that you had. Yeah, it's going to illuminate itself, and you will not feel bad about walking away from the past. This is the heritage card. And whatever your legacy is in Florida, that's not going to disappear. And you take that with you. But you can change your outfit.
True. She said her husband has health issues. So that's another reason why she's moving back there, I guess. And they have the Mayo Clinic there, which Wildflower says is a good clinic to be able to go to. So
yes.
Yeah. Nikki, Jackie, it's got to be a hard time for you. So I'm sorry that you're going.
It's rough.
Well, and when you think of all of the humidity that is in Florida, unless you're right on the ocean, especially during the summer, right? I'm not saying Minnesota isn't, because I live in Michigan. I know what that's like, but it's a trade-off. You'll have cooler places to go.
Yeah. Yep. Wow. Thank you.
2 surgeries. 2 surgeries coming up, or he's recently had them. You're walking this path together, but you're changing the way you're going to approach what he has to go through.
Yeah.
Just anecdotally, I've heard of people who've moved back and said, or who've moved down there and then said the healthcare is much better up here.
Well, no, then there's a lot of other things. Born there, she said. Okay.
Then, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So Tony is brand new. I've never seen Tony here before, so welcome. If you've been here, you just haven't let me know you were here, which is always fine. It's just that I try to welcome anybody whose name I don't recognize. So welcome. She lost her son Kellen near Christmas last year from an epilepsy seizure in his sleep, and she would like to hear from him. I am very sorry for your loss, Tony, and
no more pain, Mom.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's what you got, huh?
Yeah, that's what he's saying. I don't have to bang my head anymore, Mom. No more pain.
Oh. Wow.
What does Uncle Wiggly have to say?
That's right, Christine. We all have been lurkers at one point or another.
Yeah. For sure, for sure.
We love our lurkers just as much as we love our chatters.
Right? Mm-hmm. He is just also saying, you know, the restraint that I had to live my life with is over with now. You can let go of those tails on my jacket. It's okay.
Uh-huh. Beautiful.
No more calamities. No more calamities.
That's gorgeous. I got that he's fine, and he said, I'm with family that I never knew. So maybe some of your ancestors or great-grandparents or others, that family members that he never knew. And I saw him by a body of water skipping stones. And then when I pulled cards, I got temperance. And I think the message here for you is, you know, he has 1 foot in and 1 foot out of the water. And so he's kind of saying, I'm in that world and I'm in this one too. Not that you can see him or feel him or hear him all the time, but he wants you to know that he's in both places, and he's with you. And anytime you think of him, he's there. And also he said to pay attention. This is the Loon card. Pay attention to your dreams. Messages and guidance are drifting in. So he might appear to you in dreams. And I also got the Archangel Gabriel, who is about communication too. So you might be getting messages from him in different ways, not just in dreams, but you know, if you just get a feeling or a thought when you're thinking about him, it's probably from him. But I'm so sorry for your loss. That's a rough one.
So sorry, but this was on the bottom of the deck. Equilibrium.
Oh,
that's same way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
I had to show it because it matches for sure.
She says, thank you for the
beautiful.
I feel him at times. Oh, that's wonderful. You know, he's right there, honey. I know you'd rather be able to touch him and hug on him, but he is right there with you. Yeah.
Right.
Wow. That's so. Anita and Annie Hamlet, are you still here? If you are, we might be able to finish you up and give you a reading. All right, let's see. Mm-hmm. You may have already left, and that's fine. In the meantime, why don't we just go ahead, if you will, ladies? We can do a community read, and that will be for everybody who didn't get a chance to have a message, and then we'll move along. So thank you, ladies. Your messages have been very beautiful today, and I'm going to join you on this one today. Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm. Oh, Annie, you're here. Okay, I just deleted it. If you want to put it back in, we'll see if we can get it done. I know it was a message from somebody on the other side, but I don't have it. So, first card I pulled is, we are all feeling broken open. Oh my God, how true is that? It's
I love that.
really, I know it's a very interesting, different new deck that I got, and it's called Human Spirit Oracle. And it's just lovely, but it's so true. It's like the mirror is broken, and when we get broken open, we have to fill it up with something. But I feel like we're broken open right now, and a lot of us are just broken, not necessarily open. The second card I get is venture, and it says here, do you want to venture out into the world? And a lot of us were just saying earlier, we don't want to go anywhere. We just want to stay home. And so, you have to feel safe in order to venture out. And if you're broken open or you're broken, it's very possible it's just not happening for you. And you shouldn't feel badly about it. The last card I get is a message that says, understanding. Understanding is the key to deep connections. And look, we've got a key here in the hearts here. And we have the key to the heart. But it's interesting that this broken open card is broken open in the heart area, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we can mend this.
Uh-huh.
Are you ready, Joan?
Sure. When I tuned in, my crown chakra lit up, and then I saw, I don't know what I'm about ropes and things today, but I saw a rope going up from my head, and it was like a yo-yo. It was like woo, lifting me up and down. So it was like changes. What was this supposed to mean? So things are kind of going up and down a little bit. When I went to the cards, I got the balance symbol, which, we need balance. And I got the 2 of Wands. So this is like opportunities and venturing out, as you were saying, journeys and choices and courage, opportunities, all of those things are presenting themselves. And then from the Feathers deck, the Oriole, new creative new ventures are on the horizon. See it as a positive change. How about you, Diana?
Well, we're all broken open, right? We're the ones who are feeling as if we've been spanked.
Yeah.
And we haven't done a damn thing wrong. And as all of this is coming into play, a new adventure and the mending of the heart, we get to be the crafter. What is it we want to see coming our own way? Because we have the power. We are all the high priestess, be you male or female. That divine feminine energy is getting mad as hell, and we ain't going to take it no more.
Really, that's for sure. Wow.
And let me just add this from the bottom of the deck. Okay, we know this has been a long, hard battle, right?
Yeah, definitely. And we're not done with it yet, unfortunately. Nope. But we are together, and together we can get through this. Absolutely get through this. Yeah. It's just, don't forget to reach out to those that you need, and join hands. Because that's what we're here for. So thank you, ladies. I can't thank you enough for that. And everybody, thank you so much. We'll see you again in about 2 weeks or so. And I hope everybody has a beautiful afternoon. Thank you so very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Happy
everyone.
Memorial Day, everybody.
Yeah.